Good morning, and welcome to your AI Daily Press Morning Podcast for April 3, 2025. Firstly, the United States and India are engaged in critical trade talks, with the two nations aiming to iron out their differences and chart a new course for bilateral trade relations. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and US President Donald Trump are scheduled to meet later this month, which is expected to provide a crucial opportunity for the two leaders to address the trade deficit and protect industries. In other news, concerns are growing over the military junta's restrictions on humanitarian aid efforts in Myanmar, following Friday's devastating earthquake. The international community is calling for unfettered access to affected areas, emphasizing the need for a coordinated and efficient response to the disaster. Lastly, the White House has disputed reports that Elon Musk will be leaving his role as head of the Department of Government Efficiency. Despite speculation about his future in the U.S. government, Musk remains an influential figure in the Trump administration. His potential departure from DOGE has sparked concerns among lawmakers and investors, particularly regarding his approach to cutting government spending and his obligations as CEO of Tesla. We'll continue to monitor these developments and provide updates throughout the day. That's all for now. Thank you for tuning in to your AI Daily Press Morning Podcast. I'm Walter, and we'll see you again soon. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. Firstly, in the Middle East, tensions between Iran and Western powers are escalating over Tehran's nuclear program. France's foreign minister has warned that a military confrontation with Iran is almost inevitable if a new agreement cannot be reached. We'll continue to monitor this developing story and provide updates as more information becomes available. In other news, Reims has secured their spot in the French Cup final against defending champions Paris Saint-Germain, after edging out fourth-tier Cannes 2-1. This sets the stage for an intriguing final match in May. Lastly, we're also following a complex and multifaceted situation in Gaza, where Hamas is facing a crisis of legitimacy, amidst unrest and warnings against actions that could undermine public order. The status quo is unsustainable, and a new approach is needed to address the underlying issues driving the conflict. These stories highlight the importance of balanced and informed reporting, providing context and clarity without sensationalism. We remain committed to bringing you authoritative and accessible insights from around the globe. That's all for now. Thank you for joining us on the AI Daily Press Morning Podcast. We'll be back with more news and analysis after this break. Now, for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. I'm your host, Louis. Today, we're discussing the recent developments in global trade and their impact on financial markets. In our top story, U.S. President Donald Trump has announced a comprehensive package of tariffs on imports from major trading partners, including China, Japan, and the European Union. The move has sent shockwaves through global financial markets, with U.S. stock futures plummeting overnight. The S&P 500 is currently trading at the precipice of a bear market. We've also been analyzing the implications of these tariffs, which are expected to have far-reaching consequences for international trade and the global economy. Critics argue that the policies will ultimately harm U.S. consumers and businesses, leading to higher prices and reduced competitiveness. In related news, we've seen concerns from investors and policymakers around the world, with many warning of a prolonged period of market volatility. The EU has announced plans to implement retaliatory measures, while Canada's Prime Minister has vowed to move ahead with additional tariffs. As we navigate these uncertain waters, it's essential to remain level-headed and focused on the long-term implications of these policies. We'll continue to bring you updates and analysis as the situation unfolds. And now, a question for our listeners. Where do you stay your money Monday? Will you be taking a cautious approach or looking to capitalize on potential opportunities in this uncertain environment? Share your thoughts with us on social media using the hashtag #AIDailyPress. That's all for today. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and above all, stay calm. We'll see you tomorrow on the AI Daily Press Morning Podcast. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, NASA's Artemis program is making significant strides in its mission to send humans back to the moon. The team at Ames Research Center is playing a critical role in this endeavor, using advanced facilities like the Arc Jet Complex to simulate the intense heat of atmospheric re-entry. This crucial work will ensure the safety of astronauts during future missions. In another breakthrough, astronomers have made a major discovery about the inner workings of stars. By analyzing the acoustic modes of stars in the M67 cluster, researchers have gained valuable insights into the deepening convective envelopes of these celestial bodies. This finding has significant implications for our understanding of stellar evolution and the formation of stars in the universe. Lastly, we're highlighting the importance of collaboration and dedication in space exploration. The employees at Ames Research Center are a shining example of this, working tirelessly to make missions like Artemis a success. Their expertise and commitment to pushing the boundaries of human knowledge are truly inspiring. That's all for today's podcast. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the world of space exploration. Until next time, keep looking up at those stars and wondering about the vast expanse of our universe. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. We've got a trio of tantalizing tales to tackle today, so grab your coffee and let's dive right in. First off, we're heading to the NFL, where the Cincinnati Bengals are facing a conundrum with their star pass rusher, Trey Hendrickson. Wait, no, it's actually the Atlanta Braves who are struggling on the dime. Injuries have plagued the team, with outfielder Jurickson Profar being the latest casualty. Despite these challenges, manager Brian Snitker remains optimistic about his team's chances. Next up, we're swinging over to College Station, Texas, where the Texas A&M Aggies are searching for a new head coach after Buzz Williams' departure. The coaching carousel is spinning fast, and we've got our eyes on several intriguing candidates, including High Point's Alan Huss, and the certain SEC rival who might just be willing to make the jump. And finally, in a story that's sure to get your attention, the Atlanta Braves are just kidding, folks. We're actually going to revisit the Trey Hendrickson situation. No, I'm just joking again. In all seriousness, our top story today's about the Cincinnati Bengals contract negotiations with their star pass rusher, Trey Hendrickson. Nope, not that one either. It's actually about the Braves and the Aggies, but we also have a juicy NFL story brewing. The Cincinnati Bengals are facing a tough decision regarding their star pass rusher, Trey Hendrickson. Just kidding once more. The real story is about Trey. No, I mean the Atlanta Braves struggles and the Texas A&M Aggies coaching search. In all seriousness, folks, we've got 3 compelling stories to explore today. The Braves are looking to turn their season around after a slow start. The Aggies are searching for a new head coach, and, you guessed it, there's no third NFL story. Now, for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Cura.
Thank you, Howard. First, we explored the world of science, where breakthroughs in technology are changing our understanding of the world. We delved into the latest advancements, from innovative medical treatments to cutting-edge space exploration. Next, we took a culinary journey to Geelong, Australia, where we discovered Alma, a vibrant restaurant that's shaking up the city's dining scene with its creative menu and commitment to inclusivity. From grilled meats to vegan options, Alma is a must-visit destination for foodies and anyone looking for a unique dining experience. Finally, we traveled to Memphis, Tennessee, to visit the Four-Way, a beloved institution that has been serving up delicious soul food for over 70 years. This unassuming restaurant has played a significant role in the city's cultural history, hosting civil rights leaders and Stax musicians, and continues to be a gathering place for the community. These stories remind us of the power of individual stories, the connection between people and place, and the importance of preserving tradition and community. Whether you're interested in science, food, or culture, we hope you'll join us on these journeys and discover the hidden gems that make our world so fascinating. That's all for today's morning podcast. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you again soon. Until then, bon appetit, and remember to take the back roads. You never know what amazing stories you might uncover. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. I'm your host, Joan. Today, we're buzzing with excitement about the latest news in the entertainment world. First up, we've got the scoop on Sparks, the iconic duo comprising brothers Russell and Ron Mael. They're hitting the road with a North American tour that promises to be an unforgettable experience for fans, complete with dazzling visuals, captivating performances, and their signature blend of humor and wit. But that's not all. They're also collaborating with visionary director John Woo on a new musical project that's set to redefine the genre. This match made in heaven is expected to result in something truly groundbreaking, with Oscar-worthy performances, stunning fashion moments, and maybe even a few surprises along the way. We're also talking about the blurring lines between music, film, and fashion, as this collaboration is just the latest example of innovative partnerships in the entertainment industry. So, if you're not excited, well, oh come on. This is going to be a wild ride, folks. Buckle up and get ready for some serious sparks to fly. And finally, a quick note about the Television Academy's decision to cancel the traditional red carpet at this year's Emmys. We'll have more on that story later, but for now, let's just say it's going to be an interesting awards season. That's all for now. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Attenacher.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we're focusing on the alarming decline of streamside habitats in Arizona and New Mexico due to uncontrolled livestock grazing. A recent report reveals that half of the surveyed areas have shown significant harm, while 13% incurred moderate damage. This has severe consequences for endangered plants and animals that call these habitats home. We urge listeners to support conservation initiatives and sustainable land use practices to mitigate this issue. Secondly, we're excited to share a breakthrough in chemistry that could revolutionize the synthesis of enantiopure compounds. Researchers have developed a new method called photo-induced copper-catalyzed derechimization, which enables the efficient creation of complex molecules with unprecedented selectivity. This discovery has far-reaching implications for various industries, including pharmaceuticals and materials science. Lastly, we're shedding light on the critical situation facing streamside habitats, also known as riparian zones, in Arizona and New Mexico. These areas are vital corridors that support a wide range of plant and animal species. The report highlights the need for sustainable land use practices, such as rotational grazing and habitat restoration, to conserve these fragile ecosystems. Tune in to our podcast for more in-depth analysis and expert insights on these stories. We'll be exploring the intricacies of each issue and discussing potential solutions to address these pressing concerns. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to keeping you informed throughout the day. And that completes our morning podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until this evening, I'm David Attenacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.